shattering. The largest victory in Ripple's history may have just been delivered by Congress, and it might put an end to the SEC's lawsuit in as little as 24 hours. The recent passage of a new law governing cryptocurrency is upending everything. Will XRP be recognized as a currency rather than a security at last? If so, XRP to $10.00 is no longer just a pipe fantasy. Let's examine the legal situation, the facts, the rumors, and the implications for your XRP back. Let's discuss the shocking legislation that recently emerged from Washington, D.C. and its potential implications for XRP, Ripple, and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. The Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, or FIT 21, is a comprehensive crypto framework law that was approved by the US House of Representatives. Ripple might be the biggest beneficiary of this initiative, which, although not yet legislation, has the potential to drastically alter the regulatory status of cryptocurrency assets. What exactly does the bill do then? Simply put, the FIT 21 Act aims to provide a clear separation of regulatory duties between the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, and the Securities and Exchange Commission. The last nail in the coffin of the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple Labs may be the fact that cryptocurrency assets like XRP would probably be regarded as commodities rather than securities under this proposed rule. Recall that the SEC accused Ripple of selling XRP as an unregistered security in 2020, which is when the Ripple versus litigation began. Major exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken were forced to delist XRP from the US market as a result of the protracted battle. Approach was successful. Coinbase, Kraken, and other US platforms are likely to swiftly relist XRP if the SEC gives in. Millions of retail traders might return to the ecosystem as a result of that alone. We may be in for a significant infusion of liquidity if we include the institutional participants who have been holding back because of legal uncertainty. Here's a more important query though. What occurs if XRP is formally recognized as a commodity? To begin with, Ripple may spread its on-demand liquidity ODL offering throughout American financial institutions without worrying about facing legal action. ETF approvals, mainstream banking adoption, and perhaps even XRP's emergence as a bridge currency in the global digital economy are all possible outcomes of that. There are naysayers though. Some caution that the SEC might continue to target Ripple by looking. Remember to subscribe for the most recent hype-free legal updates, cryptocurrency news, and XRP analysis, because knowledge is not just power in the crypto world, but also riches. Disclaimer, this movie is solely meant to be informative and instructional. It isn't financial guidance. Before making any investing decisions, please start your own research and speak with a financial advisor. As the resolution of the Ripple v. SEC case approaches, the larger cryptocurrency market waits. According to industry analysts, the decision may establish a standard for the regulation of digital assets in the US. According to prominent Bitcoin expert John Smith, a decision in favor of Ripple would open the door to greater regulatory certainty and encourage institutional involvement in the sector. A decision in the SEC's favor, however, can result in stricter rules that discourage new initiatives and impede innovation. In addition to XRP, market analysts forecast notable price moves for other cryptocurrencies. As investors respond to the news, there may be more volatility in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins. According to financial analyst Jane Doe, the outcome of this case will have a significant impact on the future of cryptocurrencies in the United States, not just Ripple. The market is experiencing anxiety, and the repercussions might be enormous. As we keep an eye on this historic case and ramifications for the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, stay tuned. Legal disputes have frequently influenced the regulatory environment throughout the financial market's history. Let's examine a few well-known precedent-setting cases and their results. The Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 resulted from the Enron affair, which shook the financial industry in the early 2000s. Stricter financial and auditing rules as a catalyst for determining how cryptocurrencies will be regulated in the future. The results of these legal disputes can have a significant impact on the entire financial system, not just the corporations involved, as history has demonstrated. The outcome of the Ripple case will probably reverberate through the financial power structures for years to come. As we continue to explore the complex web of cryptocurrency legislation and their possible effects on the market, stay tuned. The outcome of the Ripple v. SEC case will surely influence Ripple's future tactics as we move forward. What might the future hold for Ripple in the wake of the SEC? First, Ripple might concentrate on growing its alliances with banks around the world. Ripple already has connections with more than 300 financial institutions. such as American Express and Santander. These collaborations may pick up speed after the case is resolved, especially in areas like Europe and Asia where cryptocurrency regulations are well defined. Furthermore, Ripple may investigate further central bank cooperation. The business has expressed a strong interest in central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, and a successful resolution in the SEC lawsuit might allow Ripple to play a significant role in the creation and application of CBDCs globally. Expanding the market is another crucial aspect. Wider acceptance may be possible for Ripple's on-demand liquidity (ODL) service, which leverages XRP to enable cross-border payments. The inefficiencies in conventional banking systems are addressed by this service, and Ripple's market reach may increase if regulations are clarified and more institutions are inclined to use ODL. Furthermore, Ripple might explore novel technology advancements. Since blockchain technology is in its infancy, Ripple's robust research and development capabilities may result in the creation of new products that use the XRP ledger for a range of uses, including supply chain management, decentralized banking, and DeFi. Lastly, it's likely that Ripple will step up its lobbying activities. The business has already invested a lot of money in promoting transparent cryptocurrency laws in order to create a favorable atmosphere for its operations and the larger cryptocurrency ecosystem. Ripple may become more involved in determining future regulatory policies when the case is resolved. In conclusion, Ripple's future plans are expected to be dynamic and diverse, emphasizing alliances, market their expansion, technological advancement, and regulatory support. The SEC case's verdict will be a turning point that might open up new growth opportunities and strengthen Ripple's standing in the financial sector. As we continue to examine the changing cryptocurrency ecosystem and its significant effects on the global market, stay tuned. Let's review the main ideas covered in this video as we come to a close. We have examined the complexities of the case of Ripple v. SEC, examining its possible effects on Ripple and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. It is evident that regulatory certainty is crucial for the future of digital assets, as seen by the bombshell legislation and the current jurisdictional disputes between the SEC and CFTC. We looked at the details of the Ripple v. SEC case, emphasizing how the ruling might change the SEC's authority over cryptocurrencies and have an impact on future court cases. The political aspects of this case were highlighted by the discussion of the Senate's and the President's involvement in drafting laws. Important factors included changes in the price of XRP, Ripple's intensive lobbying, and the participation of significant exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken. We also examined the on-demand liquidity service offered by Ripple and the possible weaknesses in SEC rules that might have an effect on the cryptocurrency market. Crucially, we looked at XRP's innate advantages and how resilient it is in the face of these difficulties. In order to demonstrate the company's viability in a post-SEC environment, Ripple's future strategies, which include collaborations, market expansion, and technological innovations, were laid out. In summary, the outcome of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit will have a significant impact on the cryptocurrency industry as a whole, not only Ripple. It promises regulatory clarity, which might strengthen the position of digital assets in the global financial system and open up new avenues for growth. As we keep an eye on this developing story, stay tuned and its broad ramifications. For more updates on the cryptocurrency industry, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you thought this video was educational.